Hey guys, Ashley here, also known as the HLE fan. Well, here I am. Another topic video, and I don't know how long. I'm not trying to be lazy. You guys know my situation. I'm at working now, so it looks like I'll just be part time Ashley for now on. Hope you guys can please respect that. I do have a life, but I do want to do more videos. My goal this week, probably Friday night before I watch SmackDown, I'm probably gonna do another topic video. I really want to talk about the Age Elite thing, but I really feel like I don't want to sit here way too long, especially after a long day at work, and talk for like an extra 10 more minutes. So I feel like maybe I'll say that for like a Saturday, because I don't work Saturdays, Sundays, or Mondays. So I feel like I can say that for a Saturday. So maybe on Friday I'll make another topic video about something more like what I'm going to talk about today. So one of the things I do want to talk about on this channel is teen drama tropes. And for those who don't know what a trope is kind of like something that's very like regular. It's expected. It's something that everyone in the society knows this is a common trope. Um, as you guys know, I am a huge teen drama fan. There are a lot of teen drama shows that I have not really watched, but there are some that I have watched that I always continue to watch over and over again. Two recent, well, actually, only one recent show that I am watching that I was watching previously, but I just had a hard time getting into it, but I am watching it again now, is Dawson's Creek. I am watching it right now because there just seems to be a lot of people seem to be getting into it right now, so I'm going to try to be part of that crowd. This show came out way before my time. Uh, it actually ended the year that I was born. Um, I am watching Dawson's Creek right now. I'm currently on episode 7, and season 1 seems to be a little bit of a mixed bag. It's very dull, if I'm gonna be honest. It's very dull. I hope towards the end, I think it's like 12 episodes of season 1. I hope towards the end it does set up for what I hope season 2 might be interesting. But even my mom said it does get interesting in season 2 because season 1 is kind of dull. Season 1 is very dull. There's not really a storyline to really follow or a character to like really follow. Like, oh my god, I cannot wait to see how their character is going to be in season 2. Um, I do want to see the characters become more interesting because in season 1 they seem to just be very safe and like very dull. Like they're just, I'm not getting anything from these characters. Like I don't know who to root for. I don't know who's going to have the most interesting storyline, the most impactful, the most emotional. Like I want this show to make me cry, to make me care about the romantic storylines, to make me care about any of the storylines resulting the characters and what they go through in a tribe or tribulations way. So I know people are going to say, well, you're going to get there, and I hope I do get there. I just feel like season 1 is just very dull. I feel like there's not a character to really follow in that season. I know Dawson is supposed to be like the protagonist, but like I really don't. 7 episodes in, and I just can't really get into Dawson. Like I really just have a hard time liking the guy. The only interesting thing about him is that he's into film and he's into analyzing movies and stuff and TV shows, and I love that. But as a person, I just don't like the guy. He's completely a narcissist. It's always about him all the time and how he feels and what he wants to do. It's never about anybody else, and it's just really, really annoying. He's someone who talks a lot, but when it comes to trying to, especially in his relationship with Jen, like I feel the chemistry between the two of them, but I definitely could understand why people feel like this relationship just feels very out of nowhere because it's painfully obvious that the writers are going to make him and Joey a couple, and I honestly have no interest in that. Like, I don't care if they're going to be a relationship because I don't want them to be in a relationship. Nothing about them come off as I feel no chemistry between them romantically, but I do feel chemistry between them platonically, and I wish they would have just I wish the writers would just not even hint that this is gonna be a thing romantically. I wish they would just leave it alone because I really do feel like him and Jen could have something more special if the writers did make it so painfully obvious that him and Joey are gonna be in a relationship. Uh, so I know I'm gonna get into my video, but I just want to talk about this first because I do. Once I finish the season, I am going to talk about the season. So I'll let you guys know how I feel about the characters now. But what I mean by relationship with Jen is that he talks about how girls like the romantic guy. They like the guy who's gonna take them out on dates and give them hearts, chocolates, and flowers. But it's like he doesn't do any of that. Him and Jen have not gone on a date. He doesn't give her flowers. He doesn't take her on long walks. He's a guy who talks a lot, but his actions fail to live up to what he's talking about. So it's just like he's just completely full of himself. Like he's such a narcissist. He's so self-absorbed with himself that he can't even see what's really going on. So enough about Dawson. Let's talk about Jen. I feel like Jen is a character that we need to see more of. Honestly, don't know what else to say. I feel like little by little we get little of her, but it's just not enough. I do think she's very emotional, very sensitive, and she has a very mysteriousness to her that I really want to know more about because she talks about how she lost her virginity at 12 and she doesn't really remember it. So I don't know if the writers were hinting that she might have been raped, but if that is true, then we need to talk about that in season 2 since they're not talking about it in season 1. So I want to see more of that from Jen. I think she's very not captivating because, like I said, there hasn't really been a storyline focused on her to make her captivating. But I do feel like she's a character that does have a lot of potential behind her if they give her something. Okay, moving on from Jen, let's talk about Joey. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. Joey is really, really getting on my nerves in this season. Like, I feel like she got really a sharp tongue. She's kind of an asshole. Like, her and Dawson are kind of like the same person. She's just a female version of him. She's really annoying. She's really clingy when it comes to Dawson. Like, she wants to be up his ass crack all the time. She's in between him and Jen's relationship, and I'm just getting really sick and tired of her being the third wheel all the time. She's like I said, she's kind of an asshole. Like she kind of has a smart ass mouth. I really don't like it. She always has a smart comment whenever someone talks to her. She doesn't really listen. She's just ready to throw her smart ass opinions out without even knowing the full thing. She thinks she just knows everything about everyone. Like she never really gave Jen a full chance as a person because Jen's with the guy that she like, which that's understandable. She's with the guy that you like, but if you to like catty like try to be catty and be like, oh my gosh, she's such a slut because she had a sexual past before. Like I think it's just completely insulting. Like she doesn't know anything about Jen, so I think that's just completely insulting. But I know that they said that her mother died from cancer and that her dad is in jail for selling drugs. So how do we talk about more about that? I could assume that she's so like this, like she's so insensitive and like kind of detached a little bit because she has no parents. So it's like maybe we can discover that a little bit more, like her being detached and how she can become more in touch with her emotions instead of just being an asshole. Now we're going to talk about Pacey. Me personally, if I had to say who I like the most out of the four, it's Pacey. I like him. He definitely is a little bit of an asshole, which I kind of been saying about pretty much him, Joey, and Dawson, is that they're all kind of a little bit of assholes. Pacey is really funny, and he's kind of like the class clown. He wants to make everybody laugh and make everybody feel good, but he doesn't really feel part of the group. Like, he kind of feels a little bit of a loner, because the majority of the time in the show, we're kind of just really following him and what he's doing by himself. Like, he doesn't really feel part of the Joey and Dawson squad. Like, I really feel like he's kind of X'd out. I don't understand why him and Dawson are friends. I feel no friendship connection with them at all. They don't even talk about anything really deep. They both seem to be very uninterested in what they both go through personally. So I just don't feel like they're good friends with each other. But hopefully it does get better like towards the end of the show, because I know there's like 6 seasons in this show. So let's hope by season 2 they can like become better friends, I'm hoping. But I like Pacey. I think he's funny. He seems to be the only person who has like a real personality. Like he seems to have like real personality traits. Like I no, because Dawson and Joey do have personality traits. It's does Of course they have that, because if they didn't, I wouldn't be so fucking irritated by the fact that they have to act out their negativity, their negative personality traits. I want to see more of the good side with them, because I'm seeing too much of the bad side with Dawson and Joey. That's making me just feel like, are they ever gonna get better? But yeah, I would say Pacey is probably like the most grounded character. Like, he seems to be the most captivating to me. Like, I really like him. So I want to see more of him. But anyway, on to the video's topic. Sorry, I did not mean to go to a big review about Dawson's Creek, but I just want to let my subscribers know what I've been up to. And honestly, I just been rewatching teen drama shows, Winter Hill, Pretty Little Liars. I'm watching My So-Called Life, so it's just really been much of a teen drama rewatch. Okay, so on to the teen drama topic. I'm going to be start doing this, so the first topic that I want to talk about and discuss is the teacher and student teen drama topic. This has to be one of the most disgusting, disturbing, predatory, grooming storylines ever in teen drama shows. And teen drama shows seem to really love this storyline for some particular reason. I do not know. Me, honestly, I really feel like I would do so much better if this did not exist. I feel like if you're gonna do a storyline like this, all of my subscribers who've never seen a movie called The Blame, watch a movie called The Blame. I feel like The Blame definitely represents the realism of what can happen if you have an inappropriate relationship. Because in the movie, the teacher and the student are both very loners, and they kind of like hang out with each other. They decide to do a school play, but they're really hanging out with each other, getting to know each other on a personal level. And out of a moment of them acting out for the play, they kiss. But as soon as they kiss, the teacher he realizes that it was wrong, and he doesn't ever do anything like that ever again with her, because he knows that they can't do that he knows they can't be seen alone. It was just, all of it is just not right. I feel like he's the only one when it comes, like, I feel like that was the first time I ever seen a storyline like that be taken very realistically, because it's like, in these shows, these teachers decide to still have a intimate relationship with these kids, knowing the risk. At least in the movie The Blame, Jeremy, the teacher, he actually knew the risk of even trying to have a relationship with her. He knew that he couldn't continue to be alone with her, because he knew that she likes him, because she's lonely. She doesn't have any friends, and he seems to be the only person that really is who cares enough about her to hear what she has to say. So that movie did a real depiction on what can happen if you have a teacher student relationship. Unlike other shows like Pretty Little Liars and Dawson's Creek and Degrassi, I'm probably missing some other ones, but in these shows, these teachers, the writers decide to go fully through on these relationships, knowing the risk. And I think what bothers me the most is that in some of these shows, these students, like the friend groups, they know that this is happening, and they're not doing anything to stop it or to keep it from preventing. Like Pretty Little Liars, I honestly feel like Spencer, Hannah, and Emily, they're all terrible friends for letting Arya continue to have a relationship with Ezra. I don't care what anybody says. A real friend would never let Arya have a relationship with Ezra. If that was me, I honestly would have nipped that in the bud as soon as she said something. Ezra would have gone to jail. Cause I mean, he's a predator anyway. They should have had never even. I'm not even gonna get into that, but y'all know how it is. He's a predator. They're all predators. And Dawson's Creek, I feel like this is even a bigger one, because Pacey was 15, and the teacher that he was slept with was a 35-year-old woman. This child lost his virginity to a 35-year-old woman. That is grooming on a different level, manipulation on a different level. is just disgusting. Can you imagine telling your friends and your loved ones, like, hey, I lost my virginity to my teacher? Yeah. Yep, that's how I lost my virginity, guys, to my teacher. It's disgusting. Like, and the fact that it's so highly romanticized by the media is just gross. So I definitely understand when people feel like this type of trope just needs to stop happening in teen drama shows, and I want it to stop happening. I honestly don't want to see another teacher storyline for the rest of my motherfucking days. Honestly, honestly, I understand that it's interesting because it's like, oh my god, that's stakes. Like, oh my god, is this teacher willing to risk his career over a 16-year-old girl? I understand, like, it's like, woo! Eh, but at the same time, it's like, it shouldn't have to drag, like, especially like Arya and Ezra, that dragging for like what until Arya graduated to like 5 seasons is ridiculous. That should be nipped in the bud very sooner. Like, you see it all the time in these teen drama shows. Scream, the TV series Brooke and that fucking teacher. Like, it was just disgusting. They definitely romanticized that in that show. They definitely high romanticized. They sex not only they romanticized it, they sexualized it. Like, they made it seem like it's so fucking hot to have sex with your teacher. Like, you're just gonna have the best sex in your life because you're gonna have sex with your teacher. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. There's no other way to even describe it. It's just disgusting. So, this is a teen drama trope that I feel like we should just leave. Leave it. Don't bring it to any other shows. Just leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. So that's how I feel about this teen drama trope. I don't know which one I'm going to talk about next, but I'll keep it a mystery. So thanks for listening, and thanks for just understanding that why I've been absent for YouTube as for topic videos, of course. But I do still make my edits for people who love to watch them. So keep supporting me, and as always, love.